Good morning, everyone. Okay, today's Tanya Shir is sponsored in memory of Gary Meyerhoff by his dear brother, Dr. David Meyerhoff. His name is Yehuda Ben Rafal Yisrael. We have some snacks for you in the back, and the Tanya learning is sponsored in memory and is in his memory and his neshama Shalem and Aliyah. Okay, today, 19th of Shevat, January 29th, and today's lesson. Just like the limb of a body is totally surrendered to its will, so too is a mitzvah, the limb of Hashem, totally surrendered, meaning merely an expression of the supernal will. Can your hand decide one day it's just going to go off and do its own thing? No, it does what you tell it to do. Right, guys? Sometimes we have trouble, things that we see, we shouldn't see. Okay, fine, because our eyes are always working. And maybe we hear things we shouldn't hear. But generally speaking, our body parts are not working on their own. They work because we want them to work. They're an extension of us. And so too, a mitzvah is an extension of the will of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And we're on page 69 in the Chayenu. Charlie, you with me? So the mitzvahs are called organs of the king. Derech mashal. This is obviously a parable. For just as just as the organs of a human body are garments for its soul and are completely and utterly surrendered to it. Okay, unfortunately, whoever came on did not mute themselves, and I gotta go mute you. There's some background noise. I apologize. Give me 1 second. Wish it would happen automatically. It's not your fault. I don't know how to do it automatically. I've tried, but not successful yet. Okay, now back into what we were saying. Just as the organs of the human body are garment for its soul and are completely and utterly surrendered to it, meaning you can't, your toes don't decide to go somewhere on their own. They're a part of you. They're an extension of you. As soon as a person desires to stretch out his hand or foot, I want to reach my hand out, my hand obeys immediately without any command or instruction to them and no delay whatsoever. Guys, please, when you join the share, please just automatically mute yourself. Thank you. As soon as you want to walk, you just walk. You don't think to yourself, okay, I got to tell my feet to walk. By the way, unfortunately, sometimes a person gets injured and then they're hospital and then they have to learn how to walk again. That's very painful. But practically speaking, you don't have to tell your feet what to do. Ella, mamish, at the same moment that you think to go somewhere, your foot's going to go right away. Just as the organs of the human body are completely united with one's soul and surrendered to it. By the way, it's as I'm speaking, I'm taking off my tefillin. I don't even you're not thinking about it. It's like sometimes when you drive, you're just driving the car. How do you're talking on the phone? You're not to say we should be distracted, but you're so used to it that you can do it without. You don't have to remember to turn the signal light or to remember how to make a right turn. You know how to do it. Someone's learning how to do it. That's different. So just as we are completely united with our soul, it's something that you do automatically, especially when you do it over and over. So too, in the life force animating the performance and fulfillment of the commandments, completely surrendered to the divine will, which is clothed therein. And this life force become, in relation to the divine will, like a body to a soul. So really, the mitzvahs are an extension of Hashem. And when we do a mitzvah is compared to a limb, but they're Hashem's limbs. And the takeaway for today is a mitzvah is a concrete expression of Hashem's will. So this is what we're we're trying to, from the beginning of how we discussed in Tanya, who we are, what our challenges are, and what's the purpose of all that? To be able to serve Hashem with love and with awe and with fear. This is very possible. So how do we do that? Here's a very practical example. When we do a mitzvah, we're connecting to the will of Hashem. And it's interesting how going forward, the Tanya is going to grapple a little bit. The will, by doing a mitzvah, learning Torah, is connecting with God. But right now we're focused on fulfilling the will of Hashem. And how do we do that? Through the performance of the mitzvah, taking very physical tefillin, putting them on our arm, putting them on our head, wrapping them up, saying the bracha. Even if we say l'chaim in a moment and we say a bracha and we bench afterwards, this is fulfilling the will of Hashem. And in this way, we can connect in a very tangible way, the most tangible possible way in this physical world, to our Creator, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's it. Short and sweet today. Tanya this week happens to be short segments. I didn't split them up, so you can either blame me or thank me, no problem. But in any event, have a wonderful day. Thank you again to Dr. Meirhoff for sponsoring today's shir in memory of his brother, Yehuda ben Rafal Yisrael. May his memory be for a blessing. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you for joining online, and thank you for joining in person. I will go make a l'chaim and a little aliyas on neshama in the back. If you want a snack, you have to join us in person. Take care, everyone. Have a good day.